In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a broken or damaged Y belt. The Y belt is the long belt that moves the Y truck left and right in your machine. You're going to need 3 tools, or maybe 2. A screwdriver. In this case, I'm going to have a motorized screwdriver for some of the screws, and then a hand screwdriver, and then a small 8mm open-ended wrench. So the first thing we're going to do is take off our cover. Once we have our cover off, we can clearly see the Y belt. Our Y belt, again, is what moves the Y truck back and forth, left to right. So to get to the Y belt, we're going to need to remove the Y motor pack, and then we're going to also loosen our belt tensioner on this side. So to remove the Y motor pack, we use our 8mm wrench. We're going to loosen this nut. Loosen this other nut. The Y motor pack should just slip straight up. Unhook the belt, you don't even have to take it out of the machine. On this side, we're going to loosen our tensioner screw. We're just going to slip the belt over the pulley. Now you can see that both ends are free. Last thing we have to do is remove the clamp that holds the Y belt onto the Y truck. There's 2 small screws. You can simply pop the belt clamp out. Belt free to come off. The next thing we want to do to get it out of the way is remove our flexible cable. So to do that, we're going to unplug our motor pack connector. Going to remove our guard. We're just going to simply slide this guard down the cable gently, which uncovers the cable, which then we're just going to pull straight out. Allows us to get that out of the way while we reassemble the belt. So now you can see on the back of the Y truck there's little grooves which fit the teeth of the belt. Take and thread our belt back into position. The teeth are meshed in those little grooves. Take our clamp. You're going to want to hook this underneath the finger and then press it down in position. This flange right here pushes down on the belt, so the belt will come straight out from this flange. Same thing on the other side. You've got that holds that belt down. Going to position the belt. Position our clamp tipped up so that you can get that little lip underneath the finger. Position the belt on the end of the finger and then press it into position. You can see that the belt clamp pushes down on the belt. Belt comes right off of that flange. Take our screw. Let's see that. Start the first screw. Tighten them both up. Now we're going to want to put our guard back on the belt. Going to install it from the, slip the belt in through the front side, slide that down. I'm going to take going to take our ribbon cable, very gently insert it in. Blue stiffener needs to face away from the motor. Slide our guard into place over the electronics board. Tighten down the screw. Take our motor pack connector, and reinsert it. Now that our belt's been reattached to the Y truck, we're going to go ahead and loop it back over our pulley, our tensioner pulley. I'm going to take the other side. Loop it back over the pulley on the motor mount. Now the motor mount, just like you took it off, the heads of the screws have a slot, and they simply slide right down in that slot. You're going to want to push down quite firmly as you tighten these up. Go ahead and do hand tight on that one. This one's a little harder to get to. Wrench. Tighten that nice and snug. Last step is to tighten down our tension assembly. I like to pull it just a little bit with my finger toward the outside to put a little more tension on it before I tighten it down, and then crank this down nice and tight. Check your tension on your belt to make sure that it doesn't have any slack in it. And you've completed that portion. The next thing you need to do is go ahead and put your cover back on. Remember to plug all the connectors from the cover in and also your cut motor in.